Let us look at proposition number 23 of book 7 of Euclid's Elements. The proposition says if two numbers are relatively prime, then any number which measures one of them is relatively prime to the remaining number. Let's understand this with an example. Let's say we have two numbers, 8 and 15, right? And these are relatively prime. Now, any number which measures 8, so 2 and 4 measures 8. The proposition is saying that both 2 and 4 are going to be relatively prime to 15. Similarly, 3 and 5 measures 15. That means, as per the proposition, both 3 and 5 are relatively prime to 8. So that is what the proposition is saying. Let's prove this. So to prove this, we know A and B are relatively prime. Now let's say that there is another number which measures A. So let me bring in this other number. So C measures A. Now let's assume that C and B are not relatively prime, which means if they are not relatively prime, that means there must be some other number which measures both of them, right? So let's say that is D. D measures C and B. So let me bring in D, which means D measures C is given here, but we also know that C measures A. That means D measures A. D measures A, and we have already seen that D measures B. That means D measures both A and B, which is not possible since A and B are relatively prime. We can't have a number which measures both A and B, except of course for the unit. So no number measures C and B. That means C and B are relatively prime. And remember, here C is a number which measures A. In modern terminology, we can say any factor of one of the numbers will be relatively prime to the other number. So that is proposition number 23 of book 7 of Euclid's Elements. Again, let me remind you, there is a link to a PDF book which describes all these propositions in detail. Please feel free to download it, refer to it, and if you think somebody else can also benefit from it, please do share. That's it for now. Bye.